We're standing by the sign that indicates that World Vision are the area development program managers for this village. At this date there are 302 child sponsors from the UK who donate money each month in the firm belief that that money is going to this village, Handaga. But it doesn't get here. The money we're talking about is quite a considerable sum. Each child sponsor in the UK contributes a minimum of £17 per calendar month to the World Vision headquarters at Milton Keynes. This money is meant to, less their overhead charges, go to the villagers of this Handaga. My initial involvement here was as one of those child sponsors. I have been supporting children through World Vision for nearly 8.5, 9 years now, initially in Vietnam, followed by Cambodia and then Niger. My sponsored child here was just aged over 5 when I started, and she's approaching her 11th birthday now, so the maths is simple. And in that time I personally have contributed a considerable sum of money that I believed and indeed expected to go to this village. I've been travelling here now, this is my 7th visit in less than 2 years, and most of my time is spent in this village introducing some sustainable agricultural techniques to them, and also doing repairs to the dilapidated school desks and school classrooms. It is woeful that I have to report that I am fully familiar with what's going on in this village, and there is no evidence that World Vision are doing anything whatsoever here, apart from the normal humanitarian efforts of looking after the children that are suffering from malnutrition. I was the first white man to come to this village as a child sponsor visiting his sponsored child. In fact, when I got here, I expected to see some organisation, some evidence of all the money that has been put in by World Vision. But I've now spent 2 years coming here, and I cannot find anything that suggests the vast amounts of money that have been put into the Milton Keynes headquarters have actually found their way to this village. I am talking vast amounts of money. You can do your own maths. 302 times £17 per month times 12 months a year produces nearly £60,000 sterling. If you take away an overhead of 16% of that, you have still got an awful lot of money, nearly £52,000, that should be in this village somewhere. The problem with an NGO, some people call it nothing going on, is that they do not have to present accountability. They are like a black hole. The money goes in, there is no accountability of where it's spent, and we as child sponsors, I'm no longer a child sponsor I should add, because I was disgusted with what I found here, should be made aware of what is going on. It is just not good enough that they don't produce an accountability for their expenditure and their income that comes in from Milton Keynes. The village first aider and the birth attendant have never received any form of support since their initial training in 2001. Yes, 9 years ago. They've received no medical supplies since then, and they are expected to charge the villagers for any treatment they give them. What a lot of hot chocolate that is. How can these people living below the poverty line expect to pay for medical treatment? It is nonsense. In this village of Handaga there is very little food. We have already provided them with 10 100-weight sacks of rice just to keep them going until the millet is ready. This should never happen in a village of 9 years sponsorship by World Vision. We're standing outside the Milton Keynes headquarters building for World Vision UK. It is from here that World Vision direct their operations throughout the third world. And it is in this building that all the income that is received from child sponsors is received. They also control from this building the operations in the country that I'm interested in, which is Niger, West Africa. Niger lies approximately 2,500 miles due south of this location. I have now visited Handaga 7 times, the last trip only 2 weeks ago, and it is clearly evident that World Vision have not put the money in that's been collected. The sums collected are considerable. In Handaga village alone, there are 300 plus child sponsors. Multiply that by £17 per month each, and then multiply that by 12 months, we come to an awful lot of money. In fact, the poverty level in that village is the same now as it was in 2001. And only recently we have found evidence of malnutrition and malaria in the children. In the Terror region, World Vision have a number of villages and a considerable number of child sponsors, each contributing the money. We have also investigated the village of Sukomi, only 15 kilometres from Handaga, again a World Vision sponsored village, and there's 150 child sponsors there plus, and again there has been no meaningful contribution to this village. World Vision speaks of their fight for poverty and injustice to children being eradicated. In fact, that is part of their mission statement. But one wonders how they justify that all these monies collected are not being sent on to the people who are desperately in need of it.